Here comes take 3 on this video. The first time I was misinformed, the second time I was a little bit too spiteful, and this time I'm hoping that I can really get my point across without coming off as too much of an asshole, because right now I'm very upset and I'm very disappointed, but it's not a MiHoYo. I'll tell you that much right now. Spoiler alert. What is going on, my dudes? Tystra Daisetsu here, back again with another Genshin Impact video. And as always, if you like content, please hit that like and subscribe down below. And don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to see more content later. Just going to do that little plug right there so I can just get into this. I am upset with the Genshin Impact community as a whole. Am I upset at everybody? No, but I am upset. And the reason being is that recently MiHoYo has kind of had a lackluster anniversary. We know this. We know this. Every Genshin Impact content creator and player knows that the Genshin Impact anniversary has not been the best. They spent a lot of money on some freaking tags and emotes or whatever the hell on Twitter. They gave us a login bonus, which is honestly, this login bonus, as I said in my last 2 takes of this video, has lined up pretty much the same as Honkai Impact's first anniversary. And I can't really fault MiHoYo for that because it's a formula. It's what they've done. You know, the first anniversary for Honkai gave away a free multi at the end of it. This one is giving a free multi at the end of it. Sure, maybe Honkai Impact had a little bit of extra crystals on the side, maybe like 200, but I digress. That's whatever. But they also had some other stuff, and we'll get into that here in just a moment. But this was initially the only thing we knew that worked with the anniversary in some capacity. Which, again, I can understand is disappointing. And I can agree to that. I can agree that this is very lackluster. Hell, I wasn't here for Honkai Impact's first anniversary, but if I was a player and then we get to the first anniversary and I spent as much money as I have on the game, I'd be a little disappointed too. I get it. Here is where I draw the line. We're going to go into this. As you guys can see here on this picture, Genshin Impact is at a 3, or was, I'm going to get into that here in a second too, was at a 3.9 star rating with 2 million reviews. Now, 3.9 is still not something to shake your head at. Like, 3.9 is still a decent score. Like, especially with 2 million views, with 10 million downloads, that's fantastic. But the problem is that this was actually, I believe, at a 4.4, 4.5, maybe even a 4.6 before people started review bombing. And that's where it gets annoying. The worst part of it is, it's actually lower now. As of this recording, Genshin Impact's rating is at a 2.3. 2.3. Really? People? Because the game didn't give you some free rewards, you're going to review bomb them? That's a... What does that do? Besides literally just freaking kill a company. And the reason why I say this, and people could be like, yeah, it's going to make them understand that they did wrong. I get where your headset is on that. Like, where your mindset is. I get it. You're literally trying to kill the game now. And here's why. Because they're going to be losing some sort of money, and I get that. That's what you want. But the money you spent on the game was for shit that was on the game already. If you, like, for me, I've spent money since the start of the game, going for every single character in the game. I spent a lot of money. I really, really have. Over a course of a year, I've spent a lot of money to get every single character in this game. I did not go into this anniversary thinking, oh, wow, they kind of owe me for how much money I spent. No. It's a celebration. Now, and people could be like, oh, it's like, you know, it's their birthday, you know? Yeah, so we should be thanking them in that sense, I guess. And that may come off really, really bad, and I understand, but think about it. Like, this is to celebrate them. They don't have to really do anything. Like, they made the game that we love to play, and yes, we invest the time, we invest the money, we do all that stuff, but review bombing them and, like, causing their score to go down because you didn't get the reward you wanted is absolutely the wrong fucking thing to do. And apologies for the cussing if people are going to get upset. That's just how it is. overall, what I'm trying to say about this is that, and before my words get twisted, because I know that might be something that happens. Review bombing is the exact opposite of what you want to do in this instance. And I think also MiHoYo messed up by blocking some of these or honest reviews, because there are some honest 1-star reviews. I will give them that. I will give people that there are honest 1-star reviews. But there are people literally posting in the comments like, Genshin sucks, lol. Like, what does that do? That's literally people are just going on there who may not even play Genshin and rating it 1-star because it's the meme. Now you're killing off companies. And not only that, and this goes into my next point. All these games here are getting review bombed and more. Why? I semi get Honkai Impact 3rd, but it's a different game technically. It might be by the same company, but it's a different game. But Arknights, Clash of Clans, Pokemon Unite, Epic 7, FGO, freaking Alchemy, Google Classroom, Roblox? Why are we review bombing these guys? Like, why are we review bombing games that have little to nothing to do with Genshin Impact? That's absurd. There was even games like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. You know, a game that's been like just finished up with its 6-year anniversary and a celebration for 350 million downloads, and people are going on there and literally giving it 1-star because they say Genshin sucks, lol, or some shit like that. Like, come on, guys. What happened to being constructive about this shit? Like, literally, all you're doing is painting such a negative light on the Genshin Impact community, and it's bothersome because, as a content creator, we have to also tell people, like, this game is fun, this game is great, you know, especially when we love playing the game. I wish I didn't spend as much money as I have on Genshin Impact, but I love playing the game. It's literally my favorite game of 2021. Absolutely. And 2020. I've loved playing this. I've loved being a content creator. You know, it's been an absolute blast. And to be able to interact with the community that I have garnered through this game has been fantastic. You know, like, so many great people. But there's a darker side to every community. There really, really is. And this is one of them. Literally a bunch of people going around review bombing games that don't deserve this. These people do work hard on their games. We wouldn't get constant updates for these games if that wasn't the case. We wouldn't be getting new banners for, like, you know, Arknights or Pokemon Unite or Punishing Gray Raven, Epic 7, FGO. We wouldn't be getting these freaking MOBA fucking games constantly. We wouldn't be like, I don't know about Google Classroom. I don't get it, but, you know, I feel as though we're taking the meme too far when we start hurting companies that had nothing to do with this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody give me justification. Somebody in the comments give me justification as to why somebody would go and attack other company games, like, in general, and say in the comments, I did this because Genshin sucks. There's no point to it. And then, as almost like a, I would say, kind of a retort, and we'll get into what we may think this is later, but somebody is saying that all travelers, which it even says thank you to all our travelers, are getting these rewards, and there's 1 out of 4. Now, the reason why I am confused too is because this, apparently, from what I've been seeing, is supposed to be for the concert, or an online concert that's going on October 3rd. And this was meant to be part of a $30 bundle where you got the glider and some other stuff, Primo, so on. But now, apparently, this is going to be stuff that we're getting, like, altogether. But I don't know. I gotta wait and see by tomorrow, because as of right now, nothing has come out on Genshin Impact from what I saw for at least the United States. It's just like, I get it. You got your stuff. But was it really worth bitching and doing some very underhanded, terrible things to other companies? Like, was it worth it for the 400 primos and a glider? No. It's just absolutely bonkers to me. And I don't know. So here was my theory overall. When Genshin 2.1 came out, we knew that the kind of structure of the banners were going to be very weird. We knew that, we were getting Raiden Shogun and we were getting Kokomi. We knew that the anniversary was going to kind of hit either just on Kokomi or a little bit after, which is weird. It's a very weird transition, and I know that people would be like, "Oh, it shouldn't matter," but it kind of does. Because you got to think of timing. If you put out a major event, like let's say for something for the anniversary, you want it to kind of work out to where it starts right at the beginning of something, and you're like, boom, this is the first year anniversary, we're kicking it off with a bang. I don't think 2.1 was meant to be an anniversary celebration in the sense, like a major celebration. We got all the stuff about, the story, the web story events, we got the cosplay stuff, we got all that, and I do feel bad for those people because I think 100 Primo Gems is absolutely not worth the time and effort that these artists and cosplayers do. They do fantastic work. So I felt that those rewards should have been bumped up a lot. But I digress on that. I think that the anniversary is possibly going to start on 2.2. Now, this is also me being optimistic. If I am wrong, as I've said before in the past, I will always admit that I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting that. But it's a possibility. And if it doesn't happen, then we know that we just got rewards for the anniversary and Merimits is whatever. Overall, the one thing that I can say coming out of this, and this may come off as like a dad thing, I am absolutely disappointed at the actions of some of these Genshin Impact players. I am absolutely upset about it. And it's because as human beings, we have so much more to deal with. We have so much more crap that goes on in this world. We got people who are homeless. We got people who are starving. We got people who don't, have the things that they need to even survive just a little bit. We have people dealing with diseases and COVID. My buddy Anthony Jamo is dealing with, the repercussions of COVID right now in the hospital. He's been in the hospital for almost 2 weeks now, battling, and he hasn't even been able to play Genshin. Like, me and him played Genshin together all the freaking time. And, I'm texting him every day to make sure he's okay. Thankfully, he is. But it's abnormally disappointing right now in the Genshin community. And as somebody who usually is about positivity and optimism for the community, even though we're getting rewards, I am not positive about this. This was a dark stain on Genshin Impact's history. And it's not solely MiHoYo. It's us as players. You could correct me again if I'm wrong. But this is strictly a matter of opinion. This was the most disappointing thing that Genshin Impact players could have done. Is harming these other companies who had nothing to do with MiHoYo, except for Honkai Impact 3rd. I'll take that one. But who had little to nothing to do with MiHoYo, and people just attacked them. MiHoYo's dealing with the whole bullcrap thing right now in China where it's like kids can only play for 3 hours a day. How that affects their company, might be a little bit of money. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it because, I don't know enough about the situation, but that could be something as well that's causing issues. They've been having to deal with COVID stuff as well. They've been trying to bring out the best content that they could for everybody. And I think they've done a great job up until, this anniversary where we were like, it's kind of lackluster for a big celebration. But just because a celebration is lackluster does not mean that we deserve to pull out our torch and pitchforks. We don't need to go on a witch hunt. We don't need to review bomb these innocent people or innocent games that had nothing to do with this. I'm just saying, as a content creator, I'm very disappointed in the actions. The actions of the players that went and review bombed for no particular reason. The actions of the players who not only did the review bomb, but were very disrespectful to people, including people who disagreed with them. And I am very appalled at the fact that we couldn't, in this day and age, where we talk about being inclusive, being understanding, and helping each other out all the time, where we couldn't even be constructive towards the situation. We couldn't come up with ways to maybe reach out to where it didn't hurt anyone and it was peaceful. But I digress. People can come after me. You all free to come after me. I know what I said. I said it right here, and I'm sticking to it. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this community as a whole. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. Do I think MiHoYo could have did better? Absolutely. They could have done a lot better. They didn't need to freaking, mute people. They should have addressed the issue. They should have been like, really? You guys think that an anniversary could have been better? And maybe, listen to the community. I think they should have done that. But the fact that just because they didn't listen, we threw a temper tantrum and started review bombing is absurd. So, I've been rambling on long enough. I'm done talking about it. This is going to be really the only video I talk about it. Unless, something big happens and I need to address it. I really hope that this stuff is real right here, that we're getting this instead of the bundle for $30 now. We're all getting it for free. That'd be great. I hope that's the case, but at the same time, it's going to be kind of a bittersweet feeling because we got this because people review bombed a bunch of other games that didn't deserve it. So thank you guys. You're the best. But to those people who are constructive, who are staying positive or trying to be optimistic through this, I support you. You guys are awesome. But to those who review bomb, games of the gaming companies, you guys are... I don't want to talk about it. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. Let me know if you thought that I was in the right or in the wrong with what I said. Maybe I can clarify some things in the comments. We'll go from there. To the homies that watch me, to the dudes, love you guys to death. As always, thank you so much. I hope to see you guys soon. Sorry I haven't been streaming on Twitch for a while. It's been kind of a little rocky couple days. Mental health's not been the greatest. So, love you guys to death. We'll catch you guys a little bit later. Take care.